The genre of Western video games is carried by John and Arthur in Red Dead Redemption. But for people my age, the original pioneer was Colton in this classic GameCube game. This is Gun. Don't go away. So why did I play this game? Well, I'll tell you this right here. This is actually my 150th total game review. 50 games ago for my 100th game review, I decided I wanted to review a game that was a huge part of my childhood video games, and it was Hexen at the time. But now 149 video games in, I've reviewed basically the majority of all of them, except for a couple. One of them is Gun.
You failed me?
Until someone makes a stand.
So Gun it is for my 150th. Now, the question I always ask myself is, does nostalgia just color over and blur the lines between jank and good gameplay? Will it show its age? And let me tell you this, it's the exact opposite. This game, Gun, is legitimately so much better than I ever remembered.
Web, a rutabar, or any other fuck, man.
Story-wise, for a game from 2005, it's not impossible, of course. 2005 had a lot of good games, in my opinion. But Gun, legitimately, great story. It's absolutely chock full of characters. The main character, Colton, super great scenes with him. Every cutscene you get in Gun is just amazing. Side characters, Clay, Soapy.
What's he saying now?
He's telling a story of how I earned this necklace.
The villains are so good.
Will be done!
Magruder is the head of the villainry. You also have this guy whose name you'll never forget.
I'm Hoodoo Bro!
And these villains really don't screw around at all. These are like cool villains. I wish I had the time to show you so many cutscenes, but honestly, like, Gun's story really like blew me away here.
What happened, Clay? Tell me.
It was late 64. Confederacy was desperate. Magruder had convinced Richmond to send us on a secret mission he thought could turn the tide of the war. Find Kivera, an ancient city of gold.
But what I remember the most about Gun from my childhood was the gameplay.
You're dead meat! He's hiding!
Walking around either Dodge or Empire, two of the main towns, and just shooting up anyone. And to my surprise, there is literally zero jank. Playing in 2025, I noticed zero jank in this game. The majority of the time, you're going to be in gunfights using your pistols, shotgun, sniper rifles, regular rifles, bow and arrows, melee weapons. And Quick Draw is really fun here. It's extremely simple, and I would say I think it's just as good as Deadeye in Red Dead 2. If you're not in gunplay shooting up baddies, you can be walking around this open world, checking out wanted posters, be the sheriff for a day and protect the town. There's a Pony Express guy, which you do deliveries for, and there's actually a pretty strict timer here. You can lose these pretty easily. Hunting missions, ranch hand missions. This is a certified open world. And it's enough that it seems big enough, but actually running around the entire map doesn't even seem like it's any wasted space. And my favorite thing about this open world is that throughout the entire area, there are 44 deposits of gold. Once you buy a pickaxe, you'll be able to collect this gold worth $10. It's cool little nuggets like this that make the open world pretty fun to explore. Wasn't there a gold in one of these fucking cracks up here? On the presentation side of things, if you're wondering why as a kid I was really into this game, listen, Look at this first cutscene.
Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come. Thy will be done.
Okay, that was pretty cool.
If that's not an interesting hook, then I don't know what is. Voice acting in this game is arguably a big reason why cutscenes and the story really hits. For GameCube 2005, I think the voice acting is pretty well done here.
That's a fine rifle. How'd you come by it?
Pried it from the cold, dead fingers of an Indian-loving fool.
Music is okay. It's okay. I feel like there's a good number of tracks. There's one track that's like the main gun theme, which is really nice, but the rest of the ambient tracks are a little quieter than how you'd like them. Part of the reason why fighting enemies is so fun is because all of the enemies have like funny voice lines. Just fighting them, they'll be swearing, they'll be voicing out their pain.
He's reloading. You can't hide forever. Oh! Damn it! Go get him now. Come in here, candy ass. I got something long and hard for you. Bitch, you must be yelling at coming in here. Let's talk.
And on stealth missions, when you're sneaking up to guys, it seems like almost every time you sneak up to a guy or a guy around a campsite or something, he's like telling a story. It feels like you're genuinely sneaking up behind a guy who doesn't know you're there because they're like in the middle of a story telling it to their buddy beside them.
You know that old cabin up on Mercado Pass? Well, years back, a man named
You can tell a
Booker
story.
lived up there with his Indian wife and half-wit son. Hey, well, they kept to themselves mostly, but one night I was in the saloon when his wife stumbles in. She's all bloody and crazy with fear. Seems her husband had killed their son and tried to kill her too. And this is why. See, whenever folks was traveling by, Booker'd invite them in for supper. And soon as they'd sit at the table, he'd mark.
The open world that you do explore is really well designed. It's not just like a huge ass open desert thing. You have your two main cities in Dodge and Empire. You have this ranch in between them. You have the Badlands, you have the Wastelands, you have the water area. The level design is so good that 15 years since I've played this game, I literally remembered like almost all of it. Ragdoll physics are here. Shooting an enemy with a powerful gun will literally blow them backwards.
Yeah, they need to hurry up.
Silence the first cannon. Face behind cover.
And the best thing about presentation, I'll say, is the HUD. I like the map. It's a good map. Ammo count is cool and interesting. It's not just a basic number. It has like an actual like design to it. But the coolest thing by far is your HP bar. Not the craziest HP bar, but the cool thing is this here. This is what you regen your HP with. And I literally love it when games do this, when they take an average HP bar that could be anything super normal that people usually think over. But in Gun, you regen HP by drinking alcohol.
I drink to that.
Overall presentation for a 2005 GameCube game, I literally have no negative downsides. There's not like huge highs like, oh my god, this game's crazy, but it's very streamlined.
Thank you for saving me the trouble of trying to open that myself. Now hand it over.
Overall impact for Gun, I will say, when I put this back on my shelf, it's gonna get put back as one of the best GameCube games I've ever played. And that seems really weird to me because in my mind, personally for me, I instantly think of games like Luigi's Mansion, Super Mario Sunshine, King Kong the Game, RE4, Gauntlet Dark Legacy, RTS. I always thought of Gun as a good game, but because it has been 15 years since I last played, which I actually can't verify that because that's literally when my last save file was on this game, sort of forgot exactly how good Gun really is. I still can't believe how much of a streamlined, fun experience this was. This was literally way better than I thought it would be. There's no filler at all in any character story standpoint. Every cutscene you see, every time a character speaks, it's for a reason. This is actually sick.
There's a Latin phrase on each arm.
You have a scalping weapon you can unlock to literally just scalp people, and the reward you get is nothing. You do it for fun. There is no reward you get for scalping. It's not like a pickpockets mechanic or something. You just do this for literal no reason. You can also play poker. You can also get randomly ambushed when you're outside the city limits. Just random things can happen like this. And also stats are being tracked. Yes, at the end of the game, you can look back. All your stats, enemies killed, headshots, stuff like that. Really love it when games do that. And my closing statement for Gun is, if you took a modern gamer and you just gave them Gun, it doesn't matter the platform, you just ported Gun to a modern day console and you let them play through it, I think you genuinely see a person come out saying, for 2005, hey, I really enjoyed that. Because that's exactly what I came out thinking. 2005 GameCube game, I had a super amount of fun. Literally sad to put this game back on the shelf because it's just that good of a game. But to wrap this up, for my 150th total review, Gun gets a solid and even 9.0 out of 10. So that's it. 150 game reviews done. Gun will go back on the shelf, and my next game will be Persona 3 Reload. I am hyped. I've literally held on to Persona 3 Reload because I got it during a Christmas sale. Okay? It is currently May. But we all know how game lists go. I ended up really wanting to play through Persona 5 Royale because I never played Royale version, and that was 100% worth it. But now I've made it to the point where I've done 150 reviews. Here's to the next 50. I don't know how long it'll take me to get to 200, but I know that'll be just as important of a video. But for now, I'm your host, Beneath the Mask, and I hope you enjoy this review. See you next time.
That junction switch is turned the wrong way! They're over
What is up? I know what you're thinking. You're only here for the bonus Easter egg soundtrack I put in at the end of every video. But did you also know I have a donation page under Buy Me a Coffee? Donate whatever you want to my channel and I'll put half of that back to an environmental charity. So that's that. Enjoy the music. Peace out.